Good morning. It's a happy and excited fish this morning for our cryptocurrency discussion. I'm just going to post up in Statement. I forgot to do it again yesterday, so we can actually get some people over from Statement for the crypto chat. They're crypto nuts there, so might as well get them over for the chat. Get some good comments from the guys over there. Hey A-Dog, how are you, bro? Saucy Link, g'day. I'm just going to post up. I forgot to do it yesterday, man. I talked about it and forgot to do it, so bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to post in Statement, because I do like getting the crew from there over for the convo. They've got some good insight in the crypto economy. Interesting overnight action, really kicked back hard. Last time I checked it, it's good to see. And some really exciting news for people who got in on that ICO as well. I know I've talked a lot about that, but some more good news for us came through on the email, so we'll talk about that in a second as well. So it's definitely an exciting day for the crypto economy. I did actually suggest that perhaps we'd see a similar pattern to the uncertainty that surrounded Bitcoin forking, in that we actually saw the action, the price action, if you like, and the return to confidence around Bitcoin, and even surpassing highs by a mile. Actually, the big run up started prior to the fork. So I did speculate that perhaps the same sort of mentality could repeat itself with the uncertainty surrounding the Chinese exchange decision. So I think that's possibly what we're seeing here. It could be a temporary restoration in confidence, but we'll have to wait and see. My personal opinion is that we've bottomed out on this cycle. Unless we get further bad news about the crypto economy, then we're not likely to see it go that low again. That's my personal opinion. Please make your own decisions as always. I know I say that a lot, but it is important. I believe we're investing in a great space. I believe we're investing in the future technology of the world, but my opinion is just my opinion, so please make your own. Let's have a look. We'll bring up coin market cap and see what we're looking at to start with, and then we'll get on to that ICO bonus that we've received, which is pretty cool. Stoked about that. Coin market cap, where are we? I'll just bring up a new one. Do you see gas, by the way? Gas just kept going. It's up like $25 last time I checked it. Let's have a look at the whole market, but that was crazy. Massive growth on gas. Yeah, look, all the figures are in green over the last 24 hours, just looking down here. We're at 137 billion, so getting much closer to that 140. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Joe. Everyone's getting... Oh, sorry, man, you might have been asking me the question. Yeah, bro, 2% bonuses. They don't have to put out the bonuses. Joe reckons it's a good time to sell gas and switch to Neo. Hey Joe, do you have any idea what this price action around gas is about, man? I haven't really looked into it since yesterday, but price action's incredible. What's that about? If they had an announcement come out or something, I must have missed it. I've been keeping an eye on a few other things, but yeah, man, we got that 2% bonus, ICO. Icon, already stoked just being in it. Now we get another 2%. I can't wait to see if any of our group got the 100% bonus, because you get a 100% bonus. Every 25th person in the ICO gets a 100% bonus. You don't think it'll last long? Cool. Yeah, I don't know what has... That's insane price action for a fairly significant market cap coin. 60% growth in the last 24 hours alone. Let's go down and have a look at some of the other ones. But yeah, if anyone's got any ideas what's actually causing that immense growth around gas, I'd love to hear it. Because I haven't heard anything concrete that explains that sort of price action. Oh, Z, how do you... Yeah, I saw them. I'm going to have to check mine and Wilkie's and a few people. Wilkie said if I get the... Wilkie's a good bloke, man. You know what he said to me this morning? I told him about the... Oh, he might have told me about the 2% extra. He did. Hey, Zhao. Wilkie goes to me, Fish, if I get the 100% bonus, I'll give you an ether worth. That's what he said to me. I said, no. Can't do that to you, mate. But what a good bloke to offer that, eh? That's the kind of guy we got in our investment crew, just to let you all know. I know I joke about him, Wilkie the Whale, and stop dumping my PIVX and all that, but he's a genuinely good guy. So thanks for the offer, Wilkie, but mate, you hold on to that. It's your investment, you've earned it. Yeah, so let's have a look at the market cap. 137 billion, getting up to that sort of one. Hey, Crypto K. How's things been going with you? Litecoin's made a good kickback, I saw that. Is it still kicking back? Yeah, 8.5%, so that's nice for us. You're on a plane, seriously. Nice. You got Wi-Fi? Oh. You know what we could do? Crypto K. I was going to say if you've got Wi-Fi. Oi, Crypto K, can you do something for me, dude? If you're on a plane, if you've got like 5 minutes, can you get your wallet address? I've probably even got it. Can you put your wallet address for PIVX? Because you know what would be cool? The first peer-to-peer transaction into a plane of a currency. Let's do it. Let's do it right now. Let's set world records. Well, you're sitting in a plane. I figure that's a world record. From ground to plane transaction, peer-to-peer. Let's do it with PIVX. If you've got your wallet there, oh, it's cut out. Damn it. That would have been a cool world record. Oh well, next time. Let's keep going down. I'm pretty excited today because it's always good when you come up with a theory. And even if it doesn't hold true for me today, it's starting to go on the patterns that I expected based on my theory that the market had overcorrected for the scare out of China. I have been pitching that for a few days at least. I told you the figures that I was working on a 20% retracement being reasonable, but it had taken a lot more than that. So I believed we had to get up. I'm on a plane for Bali on Friday. Let's do it. Yeah, Z. That'd be sick, man. You just got to, like, you find Virgin or Qantas or something, man, they'll let you. Just sneak it in. You can't crash planes anyway. Don't you think that's what terrorists would do if a mobile phone actually crashed a plane? Just take it on and turn it on. That was nonsense years ago. He's gonna try. Well, we'll get it done with Z on the weekend. If not, be fun. It's documented though because it's on YouTube. Maybe it is the first official peer-to-peer transaction from ground to plane. That's pretty cool. I want to be involved in that if I can. Yeah, so anyway, the reason I am excited, for starters, I got a good night's sleep last night, and second of all, the economy did well while I was sleeping, and sort of played out the predictions that I tried to crystal ball. You know, I did some calculations based on the correct amount for the market to retrace to take into account no extra money from China, and it came down at 20%. So for me, 36 billion from the overall market cap was a reasonable retracement, or 5,000 down to 4,000 for Bitcoin itself. Now we're starting to hit those figures now, so around the 140 billion mark where I'd see it as a reasonable retracement mark, and I think that's why it's starting to slow down, possibly. But long term, I still think it's brilliant buying because I think I'm positive this is going to be short term in China. Well, maybe not short term, but not, you know, I think it's going to be temporary. Whether it's short term or long term temporary, I think it'll be temporary, the restrictions. I think we'll see one of two avenues, and that's potentially it coming out cryptocurrency is state controlled in China. I think that's a real possibility. I've seen it happen with businesses in other countries, so I don't see why crypto would be any different, especially in a place like China, where the government does have a fair bit of control over that sort of thing. So public infrastructure, even if it's been built by the people. So it's going to be really, really interesting times through China over the next, I'd say the next month or so. We're going to get a better idea of what's going on towards the end of October, perhaps. And I'd say you're going to get a lot of speculative money come into the space in October as news comes out about China. So I think there'll be more and more news coming about their plan. This is what they're going to do. Here's the exchanges they're going to use. This is how they're going to regulate. This is just me guessing. I don't have concrete foundations for this assumption. But other than historically with China, I mean, they kind of did it, well, not kind of, they did it once before in 2013, 2014. I still got to check on the date for that. But it had the same effect on the economy back then. So, yes, Crypto K, let's do it. Oh, this is going to be so good if we can get it done. We are attempting the first land-to-plane peer-to-peer transaction using PIVX. Stand tight, Crypto K, my man. I'll send you 2. We'll make it 2 PIV. Where are we? Chat. There's the address. Legend. Boom, he said. So we're trying this now, and if Crypto K still has signal, we'll be able to transfer this now. I've got to get it in there. Is that a PIVX wallet address, Crypto K? Yeah, it is. Cool. It is, isn't it? Yep. Send. Crypto K, label Crypto K, LAN to plane, transfer, world record attempt. Okay, here it is. Sending 2 PIVs. And I'm probably going to have to put in my address because I only have this open for staking. Yes, I will. Sorry, my passphrase. 2 PIV. I've got to do this quick. Oh, no, it's gone. I accidentally left it open. You should have that. Hey, Mohammed. South Korean giant Keiko announces cryptocurrency exchange plans. Brilliant. Brilliant. Korea are really storming into this. Well, they always have. I haven't had a look at EtherDark. CryptoCare. Let's have a look at that one. I might have to have a look later, man, because I haven't researched it, but I just want to find it on CoinMarketCap. You've always got some interesting ones, Joe. Give you that. What was that one called again? Hey, Grinkers. Welcome, man. We've just tried and posted on Discord. Yes, if you got that 2 PIVX, that's got to be the first land to plane peer-to-peer transfer in the world, right? I like that, Ethercept. Ethercept said, I'm going to get a PIVX address so we can do the first transfer to Jersey. Suppose there's nothing really big about that. Same as Tweed Heads, mate. Tweed Heads is the Jersey of the Gold Coast. Don't worry about it. We're actually in northern New South Wales. So, right there with you. Yeah, so we've just tried that. I think Crypto K has actually received that. So we've just done a peer-to-peer transaction with PIVX from ground to plane, which is very cool. I love doing little things like that. Anyway, let's have a look at the market. There's been some really good gainers over the last 24 hours, like really good green figures. I can see very, very few red at all. Bitcoin itself is pushing that 4,000 psychological resistance again. I do think we'll find resistance at this point. I do. Because that's a reasonable amount to be factored in for the China scare. 20%. 5 grand down to 4 grand. It was never reasonable down to 3. Oh, cool. There's some information coming through on exchanges opening up. So I'm going to get back to that. I'll go back in and we'll just keep running down the market for now. And then we'll go back to that information about exchanges. And we'll include that in the discussion today. Good stuff, guys. Keep it coming. Yeah, so Bitcoin's hitting that $4,000 psychological resistance. I do think we'll find resistance at that point. It's sort of hovered around the 3.9. I think I saw it highest around 3.950, 3.970, depending on which exchange you're on. I didn't actually see it go above 4,000 at any stage, just when I was spot checking it. Ethereum for mine is still too cheap at 293. Look, I've said before, they've got a long way to go. Got to up those speeds massively if you want to be realistically hosting that many coins and trying to get that many transactions done per second. I think they're maxing out at like 5 or 6 even after this Metropolis is it's still going to be maxing out at like 6 transactions a second. That's well off where we need to be for mass adoption. So long term, awesome though, because that's going to continue to be worked on the same as internet speeds have historically. And any technology is being developed and improved, made quicker, more scalable. Again and again and again. You look at any mass adoption technology that we've had come in history. It's not the version 1 that we're still using today. And blockchain's going to be the same. These are going to be... Thanks, Crypto K. That was fun, man. You're breaking records all over the place. Did that little, not little, that, you know, got that connection going between VTC and LTC. Drove nice price for us on VTC. Hey, I got a bit of a buyback on VTC this morning too. It took a bit of a dip. I had some buy orders set and I hit it. So we'll go through those actual orders in a bit as well. That's on Discord. Cool. Thanks, Crypto K. You're a legend, man. That was fun. All right, so yeah, Litecoin good, 8.5% Crypto K. I know you're a Litecoin supporter. Must have something to do with all these atomic swaps, eh? They had an atomic swap with Bitcoin as well as Vertcoin. So Litecoin's done well. Pop back over that $50 mark, still too cheap. Keep going, $60 plus before we start saying, oh, maybe we look at taking some profit. That's my personal opinion. We'll see what happens, but really good gains over 24 hours for Litecoin, so excellent work there. Dash, done well. It's one of the few, again, with the green figures in the 7 days. You want to buy more Crypto K? Yeah, I'll tell you where it's at, man. Let me just have a quick look on Bittrex and see what the Satoshi price is, because it's been jumping around a bit this morning. Popped off those highs. It got down below $1 again. That's when I bought some. I got some in just under the $1 mark, so I'll have a look. Hey, Dayan, welcome back, man. How are you? Dayon. Sorry, I got that right. Yeah, good buying at the moment. Well, please make your own decisions, Crypto K. But you know, as well as I do, that this is a solid long-term project. So even if we're buying off highs now, in 12 months from now, we'll be fine, I'm sure. So yeah, man, it's at 91 actually at the moment is the bid, and 92 is the ask. So it's taken good retracements if you're looking to get into Vertcoin. That's like I think anywhere under $1 is really good buying. We did see it retrace really, really far last time it went back under $1. It went down to 60 cents. So, you know, make your own decisions. But if you have a look at the line of support before it went parabolic, this is what you look for, you know, when you get these parabolics. And it's really hard to show you guys, but this is your parabolic section over here. And now we're actually getting back down to the stage where it was pre-parabolic. So I'll just put my line up there with the last line. See there where that line goes across? It's pretty faint, but there's a line that I've put across here. That's actually like right where it hit support and resistance, like I had a little bit of tussle before it went parabolic last time. So you're holding off on it, are you? Yeah, okay. What are you thinking for... Oh, you haven't got your computer in front of you. I was going to say, what are you thinking for support? Because I'm actually thinking that's going to offer support right now at 23 flat. I could be wrong, so please make your own decisions. But with the restoring, just holding. Cool, man. Yeah, just hodling, sorry. Yeah, of course. Hold on for dear life, by the way, is that one. I believe it was a Litecoin investor who actually coined the phrase hold on for dear life. Because it's about playing the volatility of the market, right? We're in emerging technology and it's going to be a volatile little bugger. So the best thing to do often is just to sit back. If it drops more, yeah, crypto, okay, I'll have another buy. Hey, I got a pretty good buy on... Oh, I got good buys on PIVX over on Cryptopia as well last night. I play different markets because you often get a change, so I play the LTC trades as well. I got some ridiculous sells on PIVX. I hate doing it. I don't like selling any PIVX, but the sell book on... I don't even want to tell you all this because now I hold the top... like the lowest sell, and it's ridiculously high over at PIVX, and I keep hitting them. So I keep buying PIVX off the BTC buy book, chucking it back up on the LTC sell book, and just keep trading in and out like that. I don't want to give away my tips, but that has been a good one for me over on Cryptopia. So yeah, if someone wants to come and play that market with me and make it a bit more interesting, because it's kind of like taking candy from a baby at the moment. How many coins did you invest in, man? Oh, I'm happy to tell you specifically which ones, man. I got 50, easy 50, including my ICO investments at the moment. I'd have 50 different cryptos because I see great value propositions throughout the market. You know, I'm with PIVX, but how are we going to help medical blockchain like encryption? So that's why I love encryption. We're not working on that, so we'll let encryption do that. That's an awesome use for the blockchain. Good, go. We support you. You know, things like event chain. I love the idea of cutting out the scalpers. They don't provide any service to our community. They just got a quicker computer or a bigger bank just to drive up the prices on anyone. So yeah, I like to support a lot of different projects. I'm happy to have a run. At the moment, I'll tell you my major ones that I'm invested in. I just got onto Crypto Nebula. I haven't had a look at. I'm sorry, man. Is that a low market cap? I haven't had a look. That's quite often where you can find it. See, CryptoK only has 10 other alts, and I reckon that's probably a better strategy than what I've done. But you've got to remember, I tend to cut my learning curve in any space I get into by going hell for leather in it. I go nuts. So I'll trade every bloody coin I can find, and I've kept some of those because I don't mind them. But some of the ones I'm keeping right now, honestly, I don't even know what I have them. They're garbage that I was mucking around with when I first got into it for very low amounts to figure out what I was doing. And it's not a bad strategy, honestly. If you're looking at, say, if you've got $1,000 investment budget and you want to start with just 100 and play, that's not a bad way to learn, really. You'll probably tell your month, like, you'll probably lose a fair percentage of that learning, but it's only 10% of your overall budget. And don't forget that 90% of traders lose 90% of their capital in 90 days. That's the actual figure. 90% of your capital in 90 days if you don't know what you're doing. And that's why I say hodl if you don't know how to trade. Simple as that. So I've got PIVX as my number one hold, obviously. I get paid in PIVX too. I get awarded budgets from PIVX. So obviously that's going to be my number one hold at the moment. I also really like the coin. I think we've got a great community behind the coin, great technology and a great plan going forward. We're starting to work with businesses and overlaying our payment system into those businesses, making PIVX spendable and usable in real world situations. So loving PIVX. Lisk is another one that I'm looking to slowly trade out of. just as I hit highs. Only reason being, great value proposition, but I've made good money on it. I really have. I got it at $2 and $2.60. So I'm starting to sell out of that to look at Rise as perhaps a better value proposition than Lisk even that's going forward, simply because there were two things in particular, but one of them was coding. So it had more friendly coding or more available types of coding. You'll have to excuse me, I'm not a programmer. I just understand that's ease of use, right? So that's got to be good for the programmers. So I'm looking to slowly sell out of a little bit of Lisk. I'd like to stay all in on one coin. What do you think about this strategy? I think that is silly, Dayon, if I'm being serious. Man, I work for PIVX. I don't go all in on one coin. I just think you've got to diversify. There's too many good value propositions in the economy to put all your eggs in one basket. Crypto Case says if you're going to go all in on one coin, pick one of the top 10. I mean, I can probably find one in the top 10 that I'm not overly fussed on. Ripple? No, but Ripple I still think's good long-term investing. What I'm saying is I can probably find one that I don't think's that good. Like Kundash Nem. IOTA, for example, at the moment is risky for sure. Simply because a lot of people are having trouble understanding it. How secure is the technology that they're using to speed up there's a lot of question marks there at the moment. So, yeah, that's exactly right, Crypto K. It depends on your risk, man. Some people will dump everything into one thing. I've heard of people doing it with Chaincoin. I heard of someone doing it with District 0x, losing a shite load of money, like literally dropping a stack on it. And I've dropped money on that as well. I thought it was a great value proposition. Creating different districts to control the marketplace, right? To regulate their own marketplace. Governed by consensus. Brilliant concept. But the rest of the market didn't agree with me. And I've lost 2/3 of my money on that one, I think, or halved or something. I bought it at highs, but I'm going to hold because I still like it long term. Still think it's brilliant. All in on Dogecoin, Bovosh. Was that Bovosh I saw in the chat? Hey, Bovosh. All in on Dogecoin. I don't know about that, man. A lot of Doge supporters, but all in on Doge. I don't know. What if a good project and undervalued, you can only go up from there though? Yeah, that's not entirely true. Good projects are often undervalued and collapse altogether because of a lack of marketing, a lack of community. The reality is Chaincoin itself has pretty good technology. It's not that dissimilar to PIVX and Dash. You got to create a community that's going to support a coin, though. Not pretend to hodl it for 2 days and then drop it. So, no, I haven't heard of Campus Coin. A lot of good new ones coming in, guys. Keep them coming. I'll go back and watch the videos. We'll make notes of these because I don't have my board, my pen. Oh, I do actually. I'll get the board out. We'll start making some notes of the coins we're going to have a look at. There was Nebula or something like that. Campus Coin. It's fun to look at some of these lower market cap ones, so let's do it in the future. I can't promise it'll be tomorrow. I've got a lot on at the moment. I think it was Nebula or something like that. And then there was, you like the board, mate. It's old Custom X, Dave Hubbard. I rode this in my first ever pro event. The board was 7 years old at the time. And I was just feeling good on it, so I rode it. And all the pros at the event were... Because I went into my first event with like 2 days' notice. I was free surfing and got invited. And all the pros down there are pulling out new boards, and I've got this 7-year-old faded Custom X Dave Hubbard weapon. It's a lot of fun. I got towed up by Matt Lackey himself in that comp. He dropped a 10 on me. He's a bloody good surfer. So Nebula, and I saw another one, Campus Coin. I haven't had a look at either. So I'm going to have a look at them. For sure. On the board. So we'll definitely get to them. Basically, it's a niche coin centered around universities around the States. Cool, that's really cool, Dale. Thanks for that, man. We'll definitely have a look at that. Campus Coin. Sounds interesting. You know, the Icon, ICX, they're actually working with universities as well. In Korea at the moment, but they are looking to expand. That's Icon, ICX. It hasn't actually been released on market yet, but a lot of our investment crew got in pre-ICO and it sold out in 6 hours, and we just found out we got a 2% bonus. So all's going very, very well on that one. Let's have a look. See what the chat... I've just got to catch up with the chat. We were talking exchanges. Let's just have a quick look at exchanges. Because Xiao had a comment on there that I saw. Johnny Crypto, here he is. And this is getting back to the... Yeah, already opening, calling Upbit. It's working with Bittrex. They're choosing the coins to start. Okay, cool. Oh, and thanks for... Yeah, so Jow's just got a link there if you go back in the chat. And that's about an exchange that's opening up working with Bittrex. Ether Dark. That was the other one we've got to put on the board. From Joe. Whoa! Ether Dark. Now, yes, I've got all them from the chat now. Good to go. Yeah, so that was from South Korea. That one we were talking about with the exchange, and that one's called, what did we say it was called? Just finding it on here. Johnny Crypto, Upbit, UPBIT. So that's interesting. Korea's obviously very, very forward technologically wise, and also in the crypto economy. So I think that's destined to be a successful exchange. Just about anything based in Korea would be at the moment, I think. Yeah, so getting on to Icon. Let's have a quick talk about that. What happened, I got an email this morning saying, basically they had bonuses set aside. We'll replace China easily, Jao says. I think they already have, bro. Korea have already surpassed China in trade volumes. Happened a week ago, I think, or a few days ago. I can't remember the exact date. It's already happened. So yeah. Getting back onto Icon, 2% bonus for anyone who got in pre-ICO. We have received an email this morning saying that the bonus is set aside for the additional phases of the ICO, which are no longer required because it's sold out in 6 hours. Well, what are we going to do with all these bonuses we had set aside? Oh, we know, we'll give them to the investors who believed in us in the first place. So they're giving us 2% each. Wow. Extra 2% coins for nothing. On top of that, every 25th person has a chance to get 100% bonus. So I haven't checked mine yet. I'm kind of hoping it's not me because I don't have the biggest investment in our group. I want the biggest investments in our group to get that 100% bonus because that'd be cool. Because I already think we're on a 10 bagger. Possibly. You know, make your own decisions. I think we're on at least a 10 bagger. So if you've doubled your money on top of that, that's a 20 bagger. That's bloody good returns. So fingers crossed that Z missed out. Let's hope Wilkie the Whale got in there. Or Joe might have got it. A couple of guys threw in on that one, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully one of us nails that bonus. That'll be good. Yeah, so the ICO, just for people who are following that, you do need to have your KYCs in between the 2nd and the 10th of October. That's really, really important, not only to secure your shares, but also those airdrop bonus shares that are going to be put into your coins, that are going to be put into your wallets. So please make sure, that's critical, that you have your KYC done between the 2nd and the 10th. Do it on the 2nd. Don't leave it to chance. And that way, if you have any problems, you can contact the Discord group and we'll all work together to get that KYC approval through, like we did to get the investment in the first place, to make sure we're all comfortable knowing what we were doing. Exactly the same process, guys. Let's see it through till the end and let's all do well on this one. I think we've already positioned ourselves excellently. Let's keep helping each other to maximise this investment, for sure. Alright, what I might do now is have a look at a couple of the buys and sells that came through on my account overnight. It gives me an idea where we've seen moves. Oh, hang on, there's a note here from Dale. Let's see. Did anyone else notice the coins went from 800 a week ago, 800 plus a week ago, to now having 1129? What was that for, Dayon? Which coin was that? Don't know. The other thing I did keep an eye on is the trade volumes did come back on Monday as expected. They were up around 2.7 billion last time I checked. That's really important to keep an eye on because, I mean, that weekend drop, it's up at 3.2 billion now, so it's really, the trade volumes are really picking up, which is good. You know, it's 50% up on weekend trade and it's only early in the week. I think there's going to be a lot of coins showing buy signals with this action, coming off lows and breaking through resistances. And, you know, Asia's waking up now basically, so it's going to be an interesting day. Are they going to wake up and go, "Ooh, we've made good profit overnight, time to sell," or are they going to go, "Ooh, it's really starting to pick up steam, we want to jam in now," you know? It's hard to say what way the 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 Asian investors will go on this one. It's very difficult. That's what I used to do when I played the fiat game. I used to sit there and sort of like chalk it up, if you like. If I was commodities as well, if I was playing gold or oil. So like New Zealand and Australia would open first, and it's like around this time a little earlier, and you see these little moves in the market, and you go, okay, Australia's voted yes. And then you go to Asia, and Asia's voted no. And then you go to Europe, Europe's voted yes, and then America comes online. So you do learn to keep an eye on the international clock and understand how trade times and trade volumes peak at different times due to populations, right? So Australia's got a population of 25 million. So we don't really affect the market when it comes a little bit, because not so much in cryptos, but obviously in Aussie dollar markets and things like that we do, because we do have a strong economy even for the size of our country. We're quite a large economy in terms of population. So it does have a small effect, but then Asia, Europe and North America, you just see big effects as essentially those regions weigh in yes or no on the value of oil or gold or different currencies against each other. So it's an interesting thing to keep an eye on, those trade volumes at certain peak times. Most people prefer to trade during the peak times. In the old game, it's because you tend to get better commissions when there's more, like, better prices. Holla Hourglass. Holla. Sorry. Holla. I always get confused with that. Welcome, man. We're just talking crypto as usual. Happy day for me, because we're like the predictions I made are playing out. At least for now. We'll see what happens, but trade volumes are up after the weekend. Market cap's increasing towards that 145 billion, 144 billion that I predicted. Bitcoin's had a nice no worries, Hourglass. Never need to worry about being late, man. This is a casual meetup, you know what I mean? The only one on a deadline here is me, and I often miss that by 10 or 15 minutes myself. So it's a casual crypto channel for sure. So it's good to see all that action playing out. When you have a plan in place, when you have a reason, when you've done your research, when you've looked at history and have a reason to believe it's going to do that, and then it does it. Yeah, man, we were talking about that. Crypto Joe said get out of Crypto Care. Joe said he thinks get out of gas and get into NEO at those prices, like almost straight trade there. That was his advice. I don't mind that. I think unless we know why gas has had such an amazing run up, I think we need to be saying that's massive profit in a short time on no news. So let's get out. ARK, $3.11. I just wanted to run through a couple more that we have been keeping an eye on. QTUM has really bounced back nicely as well. That's up 17.98% in the last 24 hours. It was, I think we called it $8 half price of $7, or $8 was cheap, or $8.50 was cheap, and then it got down to $7.50. Anyway, I think from memory, Xiao got in at about $8.80, $8.50. So Xiao's taken the run down to $7.50, but I know Xiao will have hodled. He's not gonna sell at a loss. So now he's into profit, and that's the ride you have to take sometimes. Is you got to ride it down before you're going to get those profits. So it's just about being patient, holding on, and that's why you never invest more than you can afford to lose, because then it's easy. You just sit back and it's already lost. It's already gone in your mind. You make that money gone, and that way you're not relying on it. It can do whatever it wants, and one day when it's had a massive run up, you go, oh, it's a nice little bonus for me. You cash some out. Easy as that. Just having a look what else has had a good run here. There's been lots, like there's pretty much green figures around. Zcash, up 11%, it's a good run. Hey, ARK's come up from where we said it. It's 3.11, but I still think it's a really good long-term value. If anything, I think it's potentially a better value proposition than Lisk. I'd love to hear your opinions on that. ARK versus Lisk, has anyone got a preference? Chuck it in the comments if you do. Because I'm starting to favour ARK, and that's kind of why I'm selling out a little bits of Lisk on those highs, and I'm not really looking to buy them back. I'll keep some. I bought it at $2. I'll hold on to some of it, but yeah, if you've got any opinions on ARK versus Lisk, just drop them in the comments, because I reckon that's a really interesting comparison. Anyway, we'll keep moving unless anyone has any specific opinions on that. But my opinion is ARC is actually looking, with the bridging, smart bridge technology, I don't know. I like ARC. I think that might be a better value proposition than Lisk. Lisk has got the rebranding coming up. That's probably going to drive price action. We've talked about that for a while. Did you see the SafeX dividend calculator? No, I haven't seen that one, Dayon. We had a look at SafeX, man. It's basically a marketplace, right? Secure blockchain marketplace. But no, I didn't see the rewards calculator on that. It's interesting. Have you got a link for that? Like, oh, you can't put it. I've got to figure out how to allow that to be in my chat. They released it. When did they do that, Dayon? Was that recent, man? I might even just do a quick search for it and see if I can pop the link up for you. Do a little Google search and see if I can find it. Because that's cool, man. I love those things. SafeX dividend calculator. SafeX dividend. Very good look. Dividend. I don't know how to spell. I was always a weak speller. I was never that good at spelling. Read a lot and I did law. I read a lot. But I was never that good at spelling. Calculator. Here we go. Dividend calculator is live. That's in Reddit. Off top, yeah, it's getting announced all over the place. Great pick up there, Dayon. Thanks, man. I'm just trying to find the actual calculator itself. I might just go into the. Wonder if it's in their homepage. I'll just go into safex.io. See if I can find it there for you. That's a cool little tool if you're looking to get into SafeX. Me personally, I did prefer District 0x, but the fact that they were listed on Binance, I think, has really contributed to the price reduction we've seen in District 0x. Me personally, I still prefer it as a value proposition over SafeX. But everyone's not agreeing with me at the moment because SafeX has done reasonably well, I think. But District 0x has taken an almighty hit. Top 5 coins for long-term hold, in my opinion. No problem. We'll get onto that one right in a second. I'm just going to see if this is on here. I can't see the rewards calculator straight off the bat. What we'll do is we'll try. Oh, maybe. SafeX dividend calculator. There you go. It's actually on their website. There you go. SafeX.io. Okay. Thank you, Dayon. Just found it, bro. Legend. Yeah, that's cool, man. So it's just on the homepage. I like that. Maybe we can look at doing something like that with PIVX, integrating it into our homepage. I think that's clever. That's a clever move. It allows investors to easily assess the potential for making residual income going forward. So I like that. Well done to SafeX team on putting that initiative onto SafeX and onto their homepage. I think that's a good move. Well done. And thank you to Dayon for bringing it to all of our attention. Okay, top 5 coins for long time hold. PIVX, number 1. Community, good technology. I just love the plan. I love the ideals of PIVX. So PIVX for me is my number 1 long-term hold, undoubtedly. I honestly think Bitcoin and Ethereum will be surpassed in terms of their value propositions for the economy. I think I've just backed the ICO that will pass Ethereum one day in terms of icon. They don't. I mean, it's a public blockchain essentially. It's built from scratch by Korea. They're nuts on blockchain. I can only see massive amounts of investment capital continuing to flow in once Icon hits the market. So for me, I'm going to pick one that I haven't even seen hit market yet as another great long-term hold. I was originally intending on taking 10% off it at 10x. That's how confident I was that it would get there. And now I don't even want to do that because I've done some figures that show it going a whole lot higher than that. So it's such a tough question, Ethercept. Ethercept's just asked the question, Icon, how much to sell, how much to hold? Man, I'm holding the lot. That's my plan at the moment. I don't plan on trading a penny of it until it settles down and I figure it out. Because that thing could go berserk. It's got to be worth as much as now. It has to be, in my opinion. And we've bought it at a $90 million valuation. It's got to be $1 billion company minimum. That's my opinion. Please make your own decisions. Most of the top experts are predicting... Sorry, I won't even say top experts. Most of the anecdotal evidence that I've uncovered are predicting $300 to $400 million valuation by December. If we achieve that, I'm stoked. That's still 4x, 3x in 3 months. So I'll take that. But my thoughts are at the moment, I'm not going to trade it unless it really settles down into a consistent range. Because I don't want to lose any of it. I think I've, got it so cheap. It's just like, what's the point? I don't really risk much by holding on to it. And if I'm right, and it does become the Korean Ethereum, Korean now, and potentially even bigger than both those coins going forward 3 to 5 years, I will regret anything that I sell at 10% profit, right? At 10x profit. That's the reality. So for me, I'm actually looking at a hold, flat out, no sell orders on Icon. We'll see what I'll judge that as the market takes shape. I'm very, very unlikely to sell anything on the first day. Yeah, Ethercept, man. We had Johnny Crypto, we had Xiao, we had everyone helping everyone. That's the thing. Xiao, obviously a huge contributor because he's very knowledgeable in the crypto economy and investing in ICOs and things like that. So he certainly talked the group through it. But I really feel like it was a really good group effort, just to keep the information going and keep each other supported and backed up in making our investments in what we saw as a very, very promising blockchain project. So it's very rare that the whole group goes, yeah, I can see the value in this one. We usually but we usually debate the value propositions of different coins. This one was kind of a no-brainer for everyone. It sold out in 6 hours, guys. I think that speaks volumes. We read this one right. I think we'll go good on it. So yeah, Icon, ICX, PIVX. I don't think Bitcoin and Ethereum are my best long-term holds, simply because I think there's better technology already available in the marketplace. See what else I've got here. Vertcoin I really like. I think it's got great technology, underrated technology. They're making those brilliant real-world strategic alliances with like Litecoin doing the atomic swap and things like that. So yeah, Vertcoin, it's a good project. I understand the mining's really easy on it. They're working on a one-click setup for mining. Yeah, I want to, Xiao. I really want to, man. It's just pulling all the pieces together. You know how many projects we're working on, because that's actually, I want to build a mining rig. I want to do proof of concept on mining for a rookie, for someone who doesn't know anything. And then I can prove to people that, hey, even if you're not a computer genius, you can put together a cheap rig or find someone who can, and you can make a little bit of money out of it. So yeah, I hope to prove that concept. I think I'd actually do better just investing the money in cryptos, but this is like my part that I'm playing in bringing wider acceptance to the crypto economy, right? Is showing more and more people, like tech idiots, kind of, that's me. So if I can help those people to understand it, that helps everyone. Encourages mass adoption. So that's kind of what I'm targeting, and Xiao's helping me to work on, is just keeping it simple for the newbies. And we don't want to exclude people who are really competent and professional in this space, like CryptoK, like Bovosh, like Xiao. We don't want to exclude those people, but we want the newbies to feel really welcome here and feel welcome to ask any question, because half the time I'll have to go and research it to answer it anyway. But the point is, there are no stupid questions. It's only stupid not to ask. So yeah, Vertcoin, PIVX, Icon. Let's get to 5 for you. Look, I still think Ethereum's a good long-term hold. I think there's better technology in the market. I'm wishy-washy on Ethereum. I've been like this ever since. I've been down a roller coaster path with Ethereum, and I've really just had to rely on the fact that I never sell below what I've bought it for to make money on it, because I find it difficult to weigh up the fact that I actually see that there are better value propositions going forward in, honestly, even things like ARK than Ethereum, just because of they've thought about it a little bit further in terms of smart bridge technology and things like that. So they could have essentially be seen as, Ethereum's playing catch up in some respects. Having said that, none of these other projects have gone and met with the president of Russia. Hasn't happened. And Ethereum, Vitalik is stupidly experienced in blockchain and respected. So I still think, I said when I first got into the crypto economy in May, I came up with a ratio because I did some research, as you do, on the blue chips, and I did some research on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I thought, you know what? I actually think Ethereum, and I did some calculations to come up with this figure, will reach 5 Ether equals 1 Bitcoin. And I've been predicting that since May, watching the spread get further and further as Bitcoin went up and Ether went down. From the point that Ether was at $400, I think, Bitcoin was even less than it is now. So it's been, like, short term I've been very, very wrong about that, but I think long term I could still be right. I still think we could see that valuation of 5 Ether equals 1 Bitcoin in the future. So yeah, Ether's kind of like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's my favourite long term hold. I'll tell you one of the lower market cap coins that I do like is Trustcoin, because it's got Vitalik as an advisor. I've done quite well in trading it. I have been trading it because it does have good swings, and when I notice that, I'm just going to try and accumulate some extra coins, right? So I have been trading it a lot, but I like Trustcoin. Like we trust, TRST is the trading code. I've been slowly accumulating more of that because I see it as a excellent value proposition. It's peer-to-peer loans, right? So we're taking out the bank, we're taking out interest rates off money that never existed in the first place. Shh. That's what the banks do. I'll read that in a second, yeah. Actually, I'll read it now because that was relevant to the Ethereum debate. Hang on. Ethereum is to build blockchain. Bitcoin is the first and most popular. Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin. Look, I don't know that it will always hold dominance though, and I don't think it will hold dominance. Definitely not the percentage it's got now, and I don't think it'll hold the #1 spot forever. I don't think so. Look how long it took them to as a community implement SegWit, like to actually come up with that solution, and they'd come up with that solution a long time before it was implemented. That's the problem. For me, like I'm going on a sort of a side note here. We have got a few more minutes for me to come up with 2 more picks. But for me, blockchain's essentially about decentralization, right? How is a group of miners having that much power any different to any other central authority? To me, it's not. So that's my problem with Bitcoin. It's not really decentralized. It's controlled. Not by general consensus. By a smaller group of individuals. So that's my concern with Bitcoin going forward. Is that there's better governance models and there's already better technology. I think everyone admits that. I don't think anyone's going to argue with me and sit here and tell me that Bitcoin has the best technology available in the crypto space. It doesn't. And look, at what it does have is mining power. Simple as that. That's what it's got. It's got the biggest network, if you like. So Bitcoin, that is also its value proposition, I guess, is being secured by more computers and more mining hashing power, this is what they call it, around the world than anyone else. They choose the best option regarding community. That's for... I'm not sure which one you're referring to. Yeah, miners is what fuels for all the PIW coins. Yeah, exactly. Bovos just said, like, sort of a tongue-in-cheek comment, he said, Bitcoin's the shit. I love those 1 hour confirmations. That's what I mean. You're talking about BTC, Johnny? Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's it, man. Miners have the power in the PIW coins. And that's not really decentralization. It doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really cut it for mine. No coin's really got it perfect because there's always going to be people who are holding more power within the coin. Most of the consensus models do work on relevant to shareholding, right? So, or stakeholding, or at least, active contribution to the community. So it's going to be hard to get it right. I just think POS and governance by consensus in the POS models is taken a step forward. It may not be the end answer, but it's a step forward from POW because POW still leaves a centralised authority, a group of people able to control the destiny outcome of a particular coin. A smaller group of people, relatively small to the overall investment pool, if you like. Yeah, I think that's a problem with all cryptos though, Zhao. Zhao's just said that, scaling a network for millions like BTC is not easy. I think that's, no crypto's even close to that. We all know that, right? We love our technology, but we're still not even close to the banks in terms of volume, in terms of capability of volume. We just don't have that. Not yet. Not yet. We're working on it. The more mines we get in, the more the times that the job numbers double every 6 months, like I've read that article yesterday, the more mine power we're going to have in increasing the speed, increasing the scalability of our blockchain projects. We're going to figure it out. We will. BitShares is the fastest, is it? I haven't actually looked into that, Bovosh. What was the one we researched the other day with an 8-second block time? That was pretty quick. But Bovosh has just said, I think BitShares is actually the fastest blockchain right now. We should do that. We should actually figure out which is the fastest. But in any case, it's kind of irrelevant because not irrelevant. Obviously, we don't want to be waiting for our transactions already. Like when you're trying to transfer into an exchange as well to get a cheap buy on PIVX or something, like you've seen it cheap, so you go and buy some BTC, and then it takes you an hour to hit the market and the price has already done that, and you're just like, oh. So, it is an issue, but my point is that being the fastest right now is not necessarily 3-second block time on BTS. Wow, that is quick. Thank you, Bovosh. Good information. Brilliant. So yeah, look, that's great, but still I can't imagine their processing power, their ability to handle volume is anywhere near 1,000 transactions a second, which is kind of where you'll need to be pushing towards to be competitive with the banks in terms of mass adoption, in terms of getting those high volumes. So I think we've got a long way to go, but I'm happy to invest it and sit on it and figure it out. I can't do any of the tech stuff. You geniuses are going to have to figure that out. But I'm happy to invest in the space and say I believe this is the way forward and do what I can to bring more acknowledgement and understanding of the crypto economy so more people like me can invest with confidence. That's sort of what I see my role. You tech guys are going to have to take it and figure out the problems because I can't do that. But I know you can. That's the point. There's some probably a 16-year-old kid sitting somewhere in his room right now figuring it all out. Seriously. The kids these days are amazing on computers. Most of the guys I work with in computers are 19 years old. So that's just the reality. They've had them in their hands since they were born. I didn't even have my first mobile phone until 17, 18, something like that. So, yeah, it's a bit of a different world these days. No! Can they? BitShares can handle 100,000 transactions per second. Is that right? That's a lot. That is enough to be competitive with, well, at least the transfer side of banks. Yeah, cool, Bovosh. All right, man. I've heard a lot about BitShares. That's going on the board. It's going on the board. Where's my pen? We're having a look at it. I need to get properly into BitShares. There's been too much noise about it lately. Too much noise. BitShares, ARK. Two that have always been chirped about in my ear at the moment. And that's what happened with Neo before it exploded. So I'm looking at those two in particular. But again, I'm diversifying too far. It is good to just concentrate on a few cryptos sometimes and not have such a massive portfolio. BitShares, where's my pen? I've dropped it already. No. I don't know where I put it. It's in the couch somewhere. This thing eats everything. I make a stack of money out of my friends coming over and their change dropping out. It's good. Yeah, exactly. So that's a good point by Vosh. I didn't actually know that about BitShares, man, but I knew the other ones. So I'm just going to read that out. BitShares, ARK, Lisk, Rise, they're all DPOS, DApp. Yeah, so the platform for DApps to be built on. So excellent info there from Bovosh, one of our awesome contributors. Hey man, nice work on that TA yesterday. I saw that, bro. You called that breakout of Bitcoin just about perfectly. It looked good, I must admit. When I saw the chart, I went, here we go. Here comes the investment money coming back in for the week. So yeah, good work, Bovosh. Really nice on those analytics, man. It was good to see. I saw that. I saw it when I was at my computer when you posted it up. I went, he's nailed this. This is breaking out for sure. And there it went. So well done. You're really helping the group out to understand the technical side of things, Bovosh, and you're actually a bit of a wizard at it, man. You got some real skills on the TA. So anyone who's not in our Discord group or hasn't checked out the technical analysis channel, check it out, because Bovosh has got some... Man, so am I. That's the thing for me. I just want everyone to come along for the ride, right? So Bovosh just said he hopes he's helping people make money. I'm sure you are, man. Your TA is next level. Real good stuff. Real good stuff. I love seeing those charts up there. I mean, I don't even really like TA, and I'm getting in there and having a look at it. So well done, and thank you for the contribution you make to our investment group, because this is how we win. All working together, taking the skills we have, combining it all into one little investment group. And you know, Xiao's got a bunch of skills as well. We got Joe's the one who bought us Icon to start with, so everyone chips in, and we all do pretty well. Even in downturn markets, we've done all right. And yeah, now we're just waiting for that pump, and we've all set ourselves really nicely and positioned ourselves really well on some great coins, I think, by working as a team. So I love what we're doing over there at the Crypto Wave Investment Crew. I'd like to thank Xiao for setting that up and having that vision, because that's brilliant, mate. It's really, really cool. Yeah, so to everyone who's... oh, that sucks, Bovosh. Oh, well, man, maybe I'll flick you a bit of PIVX for all you... I might even flick... No, I don't want to... Oh, I'll flick you a little, tiny little bit, maybe. We'll see how we go. I'll tell you what, I can probably commit to doing that. There you go. I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to it right now. My 2% bonus, I don't have a huge investment, bro, so it's not a huge amount. But my 2% bonus in Icon, I'm going to give it to you. Whatever the coins are. Because I love the work you're doing over there, man. It's a real addition to our investment group. So whatever my 2% bonus is, I don't think it's going to be a whole lot of coins, bro. I don't have a massive investment on Icon. I was stretched pretty thin at the time. So it's not going to be a huge amount, but that 2% bonus is all yours, Bovosh. Make sure you guys remind me of that, because I want to make sure he gets it. Does a lot of work for the group. Yeah, no, I don't have to do that, but I like doing stupid stuff like that. So it's coming your way whether you like it or not, Bovosh. We'll figure it out once I get my shares. Anyway, yeah, moving on just to round out the top 5, I guess. So I like PIVX, I like Icon, I like Trust, We Trust Coin, because I think the idea of peer-to-peer loans could actually take out microloans, which the banks set up at the moment overseas, and go, oh, look how good we are. We're helping these people out with $50 loans, you know? Yeah, but you're charging 20% per annum on it, you ruthless pricks. These guys are already in a developing country. Help them out. So, if we can get rid of practices like that from banking and financial institutions pretending to be the good guy helping out developing countries, I'd rather see it done peer-to-peer. I'd rather loan the money myself than have banks pretending they're the good guy over there setting up these organisations to further rip money out of people who don't have a lot to start with. So, yeah, I like Trust just based on a screw the banks. Screw the banks and screw what they're doing to our world. I had a good chat with my own bank, St George and Westpac, this morning. Explained to them about banking and the financial system and why I'd be pulling my accounts from both Westpac and St George, and found their customer service absolutely disgusting, apart from one person who I spoke to today. But it is the first person I've ever spoke to at St George that I've found helpful. So there you go. I told him I was going to do this too. Never turn down free money. I'll take 4%. Captain, consider all my uselessness I've contributed here. Man, I like your jokes at least, Ethercept. And you're in. Yeah, I'd almost pay. I've actually paid a guy for making me laugh out loud when he insulted me once on one of my comments. On one of my YouTube comments, he insulted the crap out of me. I went, actually, that is pretty funny. Have 2 PIVX. So, yeah. No, Ethercept, you're not taking that money. That's specifically for Bovosh. Yeah, that sucks, Hourglass. The US residents couldn't get in on that ICO. We had a few of our slice keepers, another one in the US, who couldn't get in on that. It just sucks, man. I don't think it was necessary on something that was so structured. Like, you look at the companies that I kind of already got as strategic partners or even investors, it's not going to be a scam. What are the US worried about? So, yeah, I think, it's a pity, man. It's a pity you couldn't get into that. I'm not sure when it hits exchange. I know our KYCs have to be between the 2nd and the 10th of October, so I assume it'll be shortly after the 10th when those shares are actually distributed to the ICO investors, and then they'll be able to go into market. Excuse me. I'm not sure which exchange it's going onto or which exchanges, but I can tell you with almost certainty we'll go into the one that the founder of, or co-founder of Icon is actually a part of himself. They just don't want us to be financially free. We've got to break through the chains. Man, that's the financial system. I'm going to go conspiracy theorist. I'm sorry. It's wage slavery. That's what we see in our world, in our current economic system. Money created out of debt just does that. That's what it does. It enslaves humanity. Not with chains, with money. Why is it that we have more technology and, more efficient processes than ever before, supposedly, and the ability to build things that don't break, at least as easily as they do? We don't do that. It's very interesting. Dragon Coin, cool. There's a few casino coins coming out at the moment. I just don't like the space. It's boring. They're essentially trying to figure out I don't want to say this, but yeah, I do. Essentially using blockchain, which is something supposed to be to serve the people, to help the community. I'm sorry, gambling just doesn't. And I can tell you that because I've seen it firsthand. At least compulsive gambling doesn't. Because I've been a compulsive gambler. So I know the effect that has on people. I can't get on board, sorry. I don't care how good the coin is. When there's a net negative effect on society, I'm not going to participate. And that's why I stopped playing poker, despite absolutely cleaning up. Because I was just hurting people. So yeah, I don't gamble anymore at all. I hurt myself when I was betting on horses and at the casino, and then I hurt other people when I learned to play poker very well. So it's not... Yeah, I love poker too. It's a great mental battle, but unfortunately, it's funny though, Bobosh, you can't really get the true grittiness of the game without having the money on the line. But I don't like the effect of taking other people's money off them if they can't afford it. I love it as a form of entertainment. I'd still host a $10 night at my house. There you go. $10 tournament. Everyone can afford that. I know that. I'd host that. That's fine. And I'd enjoy that. Playing cards is $10, no big money or anything. What I can't do is sit there at cash tables and just take pot after pot off and watch people break out more money and know damn well that they can't afford it because I can see the look written all over their face. Try sleeping at night when you're doing that night after night. It doesn't. I don't know. I didn't find it easy. So yeah, for gambling coins, there's a lot of them coming out. They certainly have much better value propositions than the current online casinos and stuff because they have the capability of running it more securely and with less expense. So that should calculate in less cuts or less, what do they call it, rake. The rake towards the house should be less. The percentage that goes towards the house should be less, leaving more in the pot for the players. Fish tank meetup, we play poker for seashells. Man, I learned to play poker with matchsticks with my dad when I was very young. That was just 5-card draw. I didn't get into Texas Hold'em until I was in my 20s. And I found it and I thought, oh, hang on, this looks interesting, and I studied the crap out of it, as I like to do. I went obsessive with it. Played hours and hours and hours, read books up to here, and learned the crap out of the game. So yeah, I love the game, man. I just hate what it does to some people. People who can't afford it and lose more than they should have budgeted for, or that they haven't budgeted for and lose it anyway. So that's why I don't gamble as such. I would still have a fun game of poker at my house. Just not for big money. It's not my thing. Anyway, we've done, again, very little crypto. Let's get the 5. Come on, Fish, get the 5 right now. PIVX. I'm going with PIVX, Vertcoin. I'm going to go Litecoin. because Charlie Lee's a workhorse and he keeps making those strategic connections, and it's good tech, and making potentially strategic alliances with Amazon and Alibaba have been rumoured. So I'm going to go with Litecoin. Litecoin, PIVX, Vertcoin. What else have we got? Let me have a look at the rest of my wallets here. I like 10x. There you go. I've only got into it recently, but I think the value proposition of 10x is excellent. I think the things that they're looking to do in the future with the crypto economy is very, very interesting. You know, multiple coins being held on the 10x card, and essentially types of AI basically choosing which one to spend, depending on which has had the best run up, or is, you know, I don't know exactly how they're going to work it, but it basically does all the calculations for you, which is pretty cool. They're also looking at bringing out a crypto credit card, so that would be actual crypto on credit. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work, whether it be a peer-to-peer structure, but they're constantly forward thinking, and they're trying to get banking licenses. They're trying to work in the real world, which we're going to have to do. So yeah, I like 10x. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go 10x, PIVX, Vertcoin. I'm going to throw Ethereum in there. There you go. I think Vitalik's too smart. I think he'll figure it out. He's already got sort of first in market principle with the DPoS thing. They're moving towards staking in the next 6 to 12 months. Yeah, I think Ethereum is a very, very good long-term hold. So there you go. There's number 4. Vertcoin, Litecoin, PIVX, Ethereum, and 10x. There you go. There's my top 5. I like ARK too. Can I throw a few more in there? Encryption. Icon. I think I've thrown 10 out there now. Shivers. Have trouble now narrowing it down. Icon, sorry, I should definitely have that in the top 5. So let's go. Icon, PIVX, Vertcoin, Litecoin. Oh, 10x Trust. I don't know. 10x. Let's go with 10x. Oh, I don't know. Trust. There's plenty there to choose from. What are your top 5? I'm with a customer at work trying to listen at the same time. Stop interrupting your work day, man. You can watch this later. Hourglass, aren't you on our Discord group now, man? You can come and chat to us anytime. Just send me a message. We can talk all day about the top 5. Oh, Komodo's doing good things at the moment. Oh, so many good projects. It's so hard not to, like, honestly. I'll try and cover it. No, I won't try to cover them. My list is huge of the cryptos that I've invested in. It's a lot of fun though, right? Yeah, so I'm going to check out. It's been over an hour. I got a bit on today. It looks like I'm going to do a quick refresh and see if it's still heading that way. But it does look like the investors have realised that the compensation or the retracement made for the Chinese scare was too much. It was always too much. As soon as it went past 20%, for mine, too much. Yeah, cheers, Ethercept. And by the way, I think we did get a historical first today in getting a ground-to-plane peer-to-peer transfer live during a stream. That's pretty cool. So if we'll confirm that with on the Discord. I think CryptoK put a screenshot up to show that he had received it in the plane, which is bloody cool. Yeah, but I'm just having a look at the market, just doing a quick refresh. It still looks like it's heading in a pretty solid direction. Let me just have a look. 137 billion last time I refreshed. Everything's in green figures in the last hour. That's the effect of me coming online. And the Crypto Wave investment crew, of course. Yeah, everything's pretty green over the last hour. We're sitting at, still at 137 flat, so looking good, looking good. I'm going to peace out for the day. Happy investing. Enjoy the restored confidence to the market. I think it's warranted. So I think it's even though it has taken a run up, I think we'll see another couple of good days of consolidation. I don't think we'll see huge growth from here quickly because we've sort of hit those figures where that retracement starts to sort of make sense. But long term, don't think China are going to pull out altogether anyway. Make your own decisions. Happy investing, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow for another cryptocurrency report and discussion. See you later, frothers. Fish out.